In this video, I am doing a speculation on what I think could possibly happen with the Ultimate patch in terms of Raiden, with the regards to his variation changes, maybe some balance stuff, but mainly I'm gonna go talk about his variation, possible changes. So hope you guys like it, enjoy, and let's get started. To get started, basically, as of right now, I honestly think nothing's really gonna happen with his two first variations, because honestly, in the place right now, they are honestly pretty good for what Raiden's meant to do. So I feel like these variations are like solid enough to where they don't really have to touch them. Like the only way I can see these variations being effective is by universal changes to Raiden in general. But as of right now, I would honestly still keep these two variations in the game, because I think, you know, they're solid. They're solid. Especially the Raiden variation. It's pretty good. But when it comes to this one, we all know it sucks. It's trash. It's bad. I've said it in many different videos. I have said it so many times that this variation is trash. And either they have to buff this variation, or they just have to remove it and do something else. Like, there's chances of legacy moves being added to the game, which has been hinted at. So possibly Raiden could get a legacy move added to his arsenal, and it could be put into his third variation. We don't know, just speculation. But as of right now, this variation is just garbage. And with his other moves that he has in the variation, if there would just be, if NOS does a lazy thing and just like replace one move, like say they replaced Joe Push and just added something like Warren Thunder or Super Bowl, or they could do the other, or and have Lightning Storm, like the variation would still be trash. Like, these moves ain't even that good. Warren Thunder is a decent move. I think it's pretty good. For it basically does what it does. But it is super slow and traveling, but it does what it does. But these other moves are kind of like, why have these? Like Lightning Storm, you had to use Boar to be safe up close. If you do the overhead, you have to use Boar to be safe, because you can actually dash and completely whiff. And Super Bolt's completely garbage. It's worse than Joe Push, to be honest. It is. Because its cancel is trash. The cancel is super easy to punish, and the damage you get off of combos is really bad, and you can't even get hit confirm it in bigger combos. So if you use like an ability like Storm Sail or something, you can't really hit this at the end of a combo. So if NOS does a lazy thing and just replace one of the moves in the variation, I would be very upset, and it'd just be a terrible decision. Either they're gonna have to add a new move to the game for Raiden, and do something else, like maybe take Joe Push out, or maybe they'll keep Joe Push and maybe make it a one slot move and add two different moves instead of Lightning Wand. Because I think Lightning Wand's fun, but honestly it ain't really that has many great situations for me. Like, there's not really many great setups. Like, you can't like automatically put it on him on a knockdown, because they could just roll out of it and stuff like that. There's so many different counters to Lightning Wand, and that's what makes it weak. So there's so many counters to the variation, like to this variation. Plus Joe Push, it's just trash. Plus you don't have Electrify, and the combos are stale and boring. Like, yeah, we're gonna go in practice mode. I'm gonna show you guys some fades. Yeah. Alright, we are in practice mode, and I'm gonna show you guys a couple things that just make this variation just really wacky and weird. Is that it's inconsistent with female hitboxes in terms of combos. Like, there's only one string and one like move into Joe Push that really is affected, and that's forward 4, which is Raiden's best whiff punisher from like a distance like this. And it's like, and you can't even hit forward 4 on females. So, like, what you have to do is this, and look at the damage. You can also get a knockdown like that if you do it the one time. But yeah, you get like 24 damage. Well, on male, on male kill distance, it's like around 26, 27. Also, if you recently seen my recent video, it has a chance to whiff, which, there it is. it's very consistent at that spot. You can literally whiff Joe push, and that is just, ugh. Like it's terrible. Like it can literally happen. It happens a lot. It can. And but lightning wall, the problem with it is that it's easy to avoid, because you could just wake up wall, which I've already mentioned. Plus, you could just dash block. You know, you just do that. And also, it's not out that long. Like, if it was out a little bit longer, it would be fine for, like, area deny, which is kind of the way I use this variation whenever I did play it. I kind of use this area deny, it's like, keep it back there for a little bit. But the problem with that is, it's, if you're playing against a character with better projectiles, you honestly, there's no point of playing area deny, because you want to get in, because there's certain characters are way better zoners than Raiden. Because Raiden's zoning is, man, like, look how slow this is. Super slow. Super slow projectiles. Like, they're pretty slower than most other characters. And if you trade, you know, you're kind of out of luck. Like, Raiden's zoning doesn't help with this move. Like, you can... Like, there's so many factors that just make this variation weak. And this variation is obviously going to get reworked or just delete. I think they should just honestly delete it and try something new. I like Joe Push as a concept of a launcher. It's kind of cool. I honestly liked it before the October 1st patch when they added food variations. I liked Joe Push as a move. I thought it was fun to use because you're able to do this into like back 1-2, or you could do this into 1-2 into Electrify when Electrify was available for Joe Push. Like, you had some cool combos. There was some cool combos. And I honestly like the move, but since the third variation update, Joe Push has been awful. They changed the way it juggles, like it pushes them further now. So you kind of have to like micro dash to get back on 2s, but this is like the B&B. This is what you do all the time, and only I'm tired of doing the same combo. Like, it's pretty boring. You can micro dash, but it's kind of tough and annoying to deal with, especially online. It's annoying to deal with. But like, I can't honestly think what they could do to make this variation actually kind of decent. Especially when you have a variation like Raiden, which is pretty solid, which has one of the best specials in the game, with Quick Charge. It's one of the best in the game. It's super good. It deals with gaps. Plus, it's a good area deny tool. Like, if you see my recent videos with the variation, I like to, like, you know, if somebody's like getting close, I can just use it to like area denial. It's kind of cool. I like that style. Or if they jump, I just take them out of the sky. Like, why would you play this variation when you have Washing? But I just don't know what they could do to make this variation better. Like, can they just make this be out longer? Or that you literally can't touch it? Like, say you can't block, make this unblockable. Like, this feel unblockable, but it would be kind of dumb though for situations like this. Then, like, they'll block it, it's unblockable. So that's kind of stupid. I don't know why I was thinking that. Like, it'd be good for like this situation, so they can't literally get out of it. They're kind of stuck in it. If you got them in, but they could just block dash it, just completely avoid it, block your projectile. And it's not out that long, and you're just wasting the ball for nothing. Now, if you have it like this, it's actually pretty decent if you just don't erase the ball and just use it to anti-air and stuff, which is pretty fun. But using the ball though, it honestly just feels like a waste. But it has some cool fun setups, which I do this a lot. It has fun setups, like it has a fun factor to the Lightning Wand. I enjoy the move, but for competitive, you know, tournament players, I just don't see this move being viable at all. Because I've mentioned there's so many different ways to avoid it, and it's not out that long. It's honestly not a big issue to deal with it. It's not like a big factor to this variation. Like, it does nothing for the variation. Like, the one thing to make this variation a little bit better, just a little bit better, is to make this better, have better combos in terms of mid-screen. Like, make them juggle closer so you can do like this into like Electrify. Like, put Electrify back in this variation if you're going to keep the variation, because why take away Electrify? it's Raiden's iconic move. I don't know. This is just purely speculation. Huh? This is just what I'm just developing in my mind. But yeah, also take away this. Like, this has been in here. I don't know how long this has been in here. Like the whole like the whiffing. Well, I don't know if I got to whip. I don't know how long this has been in the game. Oh crap! I keep not getting it. Like, there's a specific spot and it's consistent every time. And look at, I hit it at the tip. Like, in this general area near the corner, Joe Push is inconsistent. Like, I mean, your combos are inconsistent, but like the Joe Push, the way it acts is consistent because you get situations like that. I mean, like the way you combo afterwards is inconsistent because after that you have to do this. Like, Joe Push, it's just messed up near the corner. Like, if they could take that away, it could make it better. And take away the whiffing near the corner, it's ridiculous. But honestly, I would just delete the variation. Like, if you want to keep the moves in the game, that's fine. But just don't put them in tournament variation. Just add something new to like, give Raiden a legacy move, something like maybe Shackle. But this is what I'm thinking about the move Shackle. I don't think they're gonna add it because this move is kind of Shackle in a way, but it's just in a different manner. Shackle is like basically like a basic combo launcher in like the other MK games, but like this kind of acts like it in a way. But they could just have it do a different animation and just be a combo launcher if they add Shackle to the game as a legacy move. But that's just pure speculation. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. Hope you guys like and enjoy something a little bit different, you know, speculating on the possibilities. I've actually been working on Katana on possible changes to her forget what it's called, highborn variation. And I found a couple things which are interesting, which I didn't even know this move exists in the game. This move, I did not know it actually exists. It's actually kind of interesting, but it probably won't be in tournament because it deals with Melina's moves. And some people are speculating that they're going to remove the blood stance basically because of Melina's going to be in the game. I've heard some things about that, which I think they honestly should. Because there's some other moves that Katana's not using in tournament, and they're pretty cool stuff. Like this would be really good for tournament. Plus, it combos. If you get, if you do that, you actually get a combo. But you have to like dash up and do that. But in the corner, it's pretty good damage. Like, she has some interesting stuff. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. Hope you guys like and enjoy, and make sure to subscribe to stay tuned. I haven't bought Ultimate yet, but I'm really excited for the changes. And I'll probably have a video discussing my opinion on the changes if they reveal Raiden changes specifically. You know, doing the Kombat cast, you know, if they reveal. They might show some, which I have to do it on video. They might show some for Raiden. Or we just have to wait for the balance patch to come out to figure out what all they did to Raiden. So yeah, you guys like it, enjoy, and see ya. NOS, please make